I want to read a passage that is in this book, but it is quoting a 1787 parenting book. These are on shame. It is also well known how curious children are in this regard, especially when they are somewhat older, and what strange paths and means they often elect to acquaint themselves with the physical difference between sexes. One can be sure that every discovery they make will feed their already heated imagination and will endanger their innocence. For this reason alone, it would be advisable to anticipate this, and the instruction referred to earlier makes it necessary in any case. It would, of course, offend all modesty if one sex were permitted to disrobe freely in front of the other, and yet a boy should know how the female body is fashioned, and a girl should know how the male body is fashioned. Otherwise, they will not receive correct impressions, and their curiosity will know no bounds. Both sexes should learn about this in a solemn manner. Illustrations might give satisfaction in this matter, but do they present the matter clearly? Do they not inflame the imagination? Do they not awaken a wish for a comparison with nature? All these worries disappear if one makes use of a lifeless human body for this purpose. The sight of a corpse evokes solemnity and reflection, and this is the most appropriate mood for a child under such circumstances. By a natural association of ideas, his memory of the scene will also produce a solemn frame of mind in the future. The image imprinted in his soul will not have the seductive attractiveness of images freely engendered by the imagination or of those elicited by less solemn objects. If all young people could receive their instruction about human reproduction from an anatomical lecture, matters would be much simpler. But since there is so little opportunity for this, every teacher can also impart the necessary instruction in the manner described above. There is often opportunity to see a corpse. Then this is like the actual book I'm reading, like the author commenting on it. Viewing corpses is here considered a legitimate means of combating the sex drive, of preserving innocence. At the same time, however, the groundwork is being laid for the development of future perversions. Systematically induced disgust with one's own body also fulfills this function. And then it goes back to quoting a passage. Instilling modesty is not nearly so effective as teaching children to regard disrobing and all that goes with it as improper and offensive to others. Just as offensive as it would be, for example, to expect someone to carry out a chamber pot who is not paid to perform the task. For this reason, I would suggest that children be cleansed from head to foot every 2 to 4 weeks by an old, dirty, and ugly woman without any... Sorry. It's so offensive. Without anyone else being present. Still, parents or those in charge should make sure that even this old woman doesn't linger unnecessarily over any part of the body. This task should be depicted to the children as disgusting, and they should be told that the old woman must be paid to undertake a task that, although necessary for purposes of health and cleanliness, is yet so disgusting that no other person can bring himself to do it. This would serve to prevent a shock to their sense of modesty. It goes on. Causing a child to feel shame can also be a stratagem in the struggle against willfulness. As already outlined previously, willfulness must be broken at an early age by making the child feel the adult's unquestionable superiority. Later on, shaming the child has a more lasting effect, especially on vigorous natures for whom willfulness is often allied with boldness and energy.